I keep getting out of trades too early. Any advice? I feel like when I let them breathe, they fall hard. That's a big problem that a lot of people have, Travis. Myself included. I mean, look, I literally top ticked the short at 13:30 for the day. I took 7 points in 2 seconds. So I took $140 when I could have made 4,000. Right? Unfortunately, that's just always going to be happening. So I would say kind of figure out what the daily moves are for whatever you're trading, whether it be the Nasdaq or the ES. Figure out what the daily moves are. Do some back testing on like a range chart or something. Just literally scrolling around and seeing like, based on my parameters, I'm bound to get filled 4 points or I'm bound to get filled 10 points. And then just kind of adjust it with your risk of, hey, I'm down to try a 10-point trade, or I'm down to just like get my 5 points, hit and quit, you know? You can also, if you really want to let it breathe, go to micros or whatever. But I find it's better to get it in your head that the markets are always going to be moving. Always, right? And so you're always going to leave something on the table, or you're always going to wish that you had killed it, right? You're going to wish that you had exited the trade sooner, or you're going to wish that you had kept it going. Those are the only two outcomes, always. And so once you kind of establish that the markets are always going to move, there's always going to be a new setup. That's going to help, I think. There's also the emotional capital at play of getting in, getting out, as opposed to trying to let it run longer. I think the biggest thing is just understanding that the market's always going to be moving. And so take your little bit and run. Like if you're trying to trade for like 2 ticks or something and you're like, yeah, you should let it open it up a little more. Every time I try and shoot for 15 points, I'm stressed, I'm sweating, and I never get filled. Okay, that's clearly a sign you need to drop it down. But every time I shoot for 1 point of profit, it moves at least 5, so maybe I should jump it up a little bit, going through some of that.